It was a movement that rocked our nation. Last summer, thousands took to the streets calling for police to be defunded. However, a new survey says mayors from more than 100 cities don't agree. Joining me to discuss is Mayor Bill Wells from El Cajon, California, and Mayor Stan Pulliam from Sandy, Oregon. Thank you both for being here. Appreciate your time.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Mayor Pulliam, I'm going to start with you because I know Sandy is not too far from Portland, Oregon, and we've obviously seen a lot of video of the violence, of the rioting, the looting that happened in Portland, Oregon over the course of the last, 10 months or so. Tell me how Sandy has seen, different things happening in your community as a result of what happened in Portland and beyond.
Well, I mean, obviously, all of us have just watched in horror as the violence and destruction has taken over the city of Portland. And quite frankly, this is what the defund the police movement looks like. We have Mayor Ted Wheeler, who 1 week is punched in the face by a citizen. And then just earlier in a segment on this very show, he's put to having to pepper spray others. I mean, this is what a culture of criminality truly looks like. And the lack of consequences, unfortunately, just leads and incites more violence. And I know, Mayor Wells, you were saying you've seen similar in a town near where you are obviously mayor of, in La Mesa this summer. Can you go ahead and tell me what you have seen and why you think defunding the police is not the right move?
Well, a couple of years ago, we had our own problem, but recently La Mesa, which is about 3 miles from us, had significant problems. A couple of bank buildings burned down, lots of violence, lots of cars turned over, lots of broken glass and burning. And so I think it bodes well for really taking a serious look at this whole defund the police movement. And in reality, understanding that going for less police is probably exactly the wrong direction to take.
Let's take a look at this poll. In my city, the police department's share of last year's budget was, and you can see the poll up on your screen now, 2% of people say far too big, 10% say too big, 80% of respondents to this poll say about right. We have one more as well that we can show you, and we can pull this up, and this is support reallocating police department resources. As you'll see here, majority of people polled say no, 23% say maybe. So when you look at those two polls, Mayor Pulliam, what does that say to you?
Well, what it says is that communities like mine throughout Oregon and quite frankly throughout this country, we stand by our local police departments. You know, when you look at Portland and what defund the police has done, there's a study by the Oregonian where they're saying that a third of those businesses are looking to leave Portland within the next 2 years. They just in that same story said that 62% of businesses feel unsafe in downtown Portland. I mean, that is what defund the police does. It leads to business storefronts being closed, people out of work, and people afraid to leave their homes.
And finally, Mayor Wells, where would you be in your town without the police?
The number one thing that people need right now is more police work. 50% of our calls don't even have anything to do with police anymore. They have a lot to do with social work issues or homelessness issues or even trying to settle the disputes at McDonald's. So our police are an integral part of our community in every aspect, not just police work.
Okay. Thank you both for joining us. We really appreciate your insight on this, and we'll continue to follow it, as I know you will. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.